that recent TV documentary with Prince Harry all about the world of the tabloids, apparently a world that he literally loathes, but then of course he and Meghan are checking the tabloids online every day to see what's written about them, particularly when they've got their brand new ventures coming out, you know, the sort of thing we recently saw with CBS. Yes, so annoying, isn't it? You know, you're talking about how toxic the internet is, but you're launching something literally via website and everything's to do with the internet. I'm not blaming them, actually. There's no escape. This is the world we now live in. Everything now is done online, as I'm sure everybody who watches this show knows. You know, you can't escape from it, can you? But what was interesting in particular was there was an opportunity, I think a wonderful opportunity, in fact, for Meghan and Harry to reach out and actually do some good. Sadly, though, they denied that opportunity. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. You all right? Thank you so much as ever for your time today. I'm glad you enjoyed, by the way, Are You Being Served? The brilliant Frank Thornton. Yes, I know, pictures tell a few times, don't they? Well, I think my hair was a different colour then because I was in some kind of show. I can't remember what it was. I'd have to look in the years. Do you do that? You see, the old days you could write on the back of a picture, couldn't you, and put what it was. Now, in the digital world, you think, I don't know who that person is. You know, when you're interviewing, it's terrible, isn't it? Do you have that? Don't lie to me, we all have it, don't we? Let's get back to your royal story of the day. Yes, this was meant to be this big relaunch, and it's already been pulled apart in a bit of a faff. I think it'll go the same way as 40 times 40. I hope not for the people, but you know, it's a bit like the Heart of Invictus, hijacked by Harry's witterings, and then it didn't win anything, it didn't get an audience. If it had just focused on the great people that the Invictus is all about, I think it may have gone the full score. But again, this is Harry and Meghan, you get the picture. Now, what was interesting about this particular interview was it was quite wide-ranging, but Jane Pauley, whichever way you say it, was really trying to push some new elements into this. And it was an interesting thing because obviously they were talking about family, people reaching out and all that. Very condescending when you think, because there's Harry and Meghan not speaking to his and she's not spoken to hers, and it kind of, you must be sitting there thinking, what's this about? You know, bit of a shambles really. But of course, if you want the interview, you keep stum, and as I told you, they're not allowed to even speak to people who are being interviewed outside that domain. Strange thing, isn't it? But, you know, that's showbiz, as they say. Now, during that point, it was discussed whether they wanted to actually reach out and wish, you know, just a very gentle all the best to Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and indeed His Majesty the King. And according to the source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, both nicely but politely declined. And a lot of people thought, you know, well, that's a little bit respectful, perhaps they're not getting involved. No, according to another source, they literally didn't want that distraction away from what they were doing, you see? Now, in my opinion, this would have done that particular project the world of good if they'd have said, I just want to wish my father the very best. I know he's doing incredibly well, and for her to wish Catherine, the Princess of Wales, of course. Now, you couldn't win either way, I get that, but the words could have said a lot of empathy. But according to a source on set, it was simply no, because they knew that this would be put out there as Meghan apologises to Catherine, reaches out, olive branch, that sort of stuff. It's a thin line, isn't it? What do you do? Personally, I think they should have gone ahead with that. I think that would have done them a lot of good. In fact, what's really happened to that whole project now is it's died very quickly, all thanks really over here to breaking news of UK riots, and of course around the world with elections and presidents and campaigns. And then of course, as we told you, Eric Trump's chilling words about Harry and Meghan and their future in America. Either way, this was not the success they had hoped. But more importantly, do you think they should have said it and wished them both well? Or do you think they did the right thing in remaining silent? I'd love to know genuinely what you think. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.